Okay, so class presidents, you know who you are. Get rid of your pumpkins outside of the library or else bad things will happen to you.
And then, reminder that there is a SHIELD meeting today in room 4 at lunch. It's mandatory. It's about the event during the weekend, like this next
All about York.
Yeah, all about York. And for seniors, if you remember correctly, this is around the time that your senior pages are due, or else you can wait until about Monday, but if you don't turn it in by midnight tonight, you don't get to choose who you get to be next to anymore. And also, Jets meeting on Monday. Sorry about last time. Finish your packets.
Get rid of your pumpkins.
We just want to remind you about next Tuesday's prayer service, which is going to be a Quaker-style meeting. And Ms. Sherry is going to add something to that.
So, Mr. Walker mentioned the last time that the concept here is that we sit together in communal silence. So I know that that probably sounds a little odd to loquacious teenagers, but loquacious is a good vocab word. But the idea is that by sitting together in silence, we actually build the community of the people who are sitting. And we have a chance to share a moment of reflection and thought. And the other piece that goes into the whole idea of the Quaker gathering, or the gathering of friends, is what they call themselves, is that when someone is moved to speak, not just because they're tired of sitting in silence, but moved to speak by some kind of profound influence, they do, and they share that with the community. It might be, a thought that's been troubling them, and they'd like people to reflect on that. It might be something that they feel is a way to heal a fracture in the community or to further the spiritual development of a community. So there is that goes into it as well. And I hope that this was something that was actually turned out to be coming from a very non-religious household, and yet being sent to a Quaker school. This was something that ended up being a very profound influence on me and really helped me get through my tough adolescent years. So if you'd like to experience it, I hope that you will give it a try. We'd love to have you there. Do you have something else?
Yes. It's at 11:50 on Tuesday. I'll ring the bell. I usually ring 3 groups of 3, so you'll know when I have one more announcement. One of the nice things about York School is we have this opportunity to celebrate our accomplishments. The other nice thing is how accomplished you all are, and I have some musical accomplishments to announce. First of all, we have what we call honor groups, which is at the local, state, or even national level, where students audition to participate in bands, orchestras, or choirs of very select groups of people. And I'm happy to say that 8 York School students auditioned and were accepted into the Central Coast Section Honor Choir. And those 8 people are Jennifer McDonald, Andy Canto, Katie Osik, Morgan Ewing, Sam Griffin-Ortiz, Josh Reeves, Devin Hubert, and Noah Reeves. So you can congratulate them. And I have one other musical accomplishment to tell you about. Some of you know that a concerto is a piece of music written for a solo instrument and an orchestra. So it's very special to have a whole orchestra there. And the Youth Music Monterey every year does a concerto and members of the orchestra can audition to have the honor of being the solo performer in front of the orchestra. And I'm happy to say that several times York students have won this honor. And this year we're happy to announce that Johnny Lim has won the concerto competition for Youth Music.
Announcement isn't nearly that wonderful. It is, however, to remember that cold and flu season is coming upon us fast and furious, as it usually does. So please remember to wash your hands, not to share bottles of things, to spit on your sandwich and then offer it to somebody else. Don't do that. Please throw away your Kleenexes all the way into the trash can so I don't have to come by and do that myself. Thanks.
Mr. Raymond's absent today, and so in his absence, I'm here to call your attention to some things that we need to get done. This is related to the new health and fitness and sports, which are starting Monday. So all of you have been asked to go online and complete the winter health and fitness or sports sign-up form, which really should only take less than a minute. And so there's no valid excuse not to have completed that. Also, if you have signed up for independent, there is a new independent form. You must get the new form, have that filled out and signed by your parents, or you are not okayed for independent. Right? You must get the new form. Only a small number of people that are down for independent have done that. So please get on that. Now, we have a couple of little issues that have arisen. The Monday, Friday walking activity was accidentally left off the form. So there is I would think there's a pretty good chance there's some of you that wanted to be in Monday, Friday walking as opposed to what you did sign up for. And so we've got that added back on there this morning. If you, whatever you signed up for Monday, Friday, if you want to switch into walking instead, that would be great if you would go online as soon as possible and make that new assignment for yourself. So that's the first thing. Monday, Friday walking is not there. Now, perhaps partly as a result of that being left off, there are too many people signed up for yoga on Monday, Friday. And so we are going to use the timestamp to winnow that down to a reasonable sized group. So if you signed up for yoga and you know you want walking, we'd really appreciate it if you move yourself out of there right away so that we don't have to move somebody else out and then switch back later. And if you signed up for yoga these last few days, you're probably not going to get in. You might as well go on and tell us what you want so that we don't have to just put you randomly into something that needs people. And then also on the Tuesday, Thursday sign-ups for weights, we have too many people. Basically everybody that signed up for Tuesday, Thursday weights this week. It was already full last Friday. You were supposed to have signed up by last Friday, and everybody that signed up by this week is already on top of a full list. So those people are going to get moved out. We would love it if you'd go on and move yourself and tell us where you want to be so that we have that. Lastly, I have a list here of about 40 names of students that have not gone online and signed up for anything yet. And that's obviously too much for me to read out this list. I'm going to give you until noon today to get this done. It really only takes a minute. Go to a computer, your phone, whatever, go to the website and get that done by noon today. We're going to print out a new list this afternoon. I'm going to be going around searching for these people, and we'll be walking around during Health and Fitness Day picking up trash, and we'll continue that process until you get signed up for something. So please help me avoid having to search you out and do that. Go online and sign up. I'm hoping that those 40 of you that haven't signed up know who you are. All right, thank you for your attention to that. Let's get it done today so that we can get this started on Monday in a reasonable fashion.
Model UN fellow travelers, we're going to take vans 1 and 2, and I'm going to move them to the basketball court so we can have a roof over our heads if it rains. Okay, so the assembly place is the basketball court. Okay, at 11:50.
Yeah.
Technology, advantage or disadvantage? 30 years ago, our parents lacked almost all the technology that we now take for granted. Let's look at some of these advances in technology and ask ourselves, are we really at an advantage? Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. You can have conversations with your friends instantly. Reconnecting and connecting is easy. Disadvantages? Do you really need to know that Joe Schmo did a somersault on a trampoline 3 minutes ago? Do you really need 632 friends? Ah, but you even know who half of these people are. Advantage? Texting. What an incredible advancement in communication. Confirming a meeting? Text them. You're running 15 minutes late? Text them. You can't find someone in a crowd of 50,000 people? Text them. But have we lost the ability to communicate with one another face to face? I mean, having your girlfriend break up with you by text message? How is that an advantage? Video games. We used to just have Pong. Boo. 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 Okay, I get bored of that after 5 minutes. Now we have Call of Duty on Xbox 360. The graphics nowadays are so incredible, it feels like you're in the game. You can fight a virtual war. Incredible. Are there any disadvantages? Well, you can't put on your Harvard application that you beat the game Call of Duty. Probably should have been doing other things that actually mattered, like playing sports, playing the piano, or possibly reading. Have we forgot about that one? Satellite TV. 400 high-definition channels at your fingertips. Clearly an advantage. But how many channels can you possibly watch? There used to only be 12, so you would eventually get bored and go outside for some physical activity, some exercise. Also, the shows in the past were actually good. 400 channels of Who's the Biggest Loser? It kind of raises the question, who is the biggest loser? Even though we have all this technology nowadays, are we really at an advantage? Or maybe are we being taken advantage of? So somebody like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook can make $1 billion. Our parents' generation read more, watched TV less, and actually spoke in full sentences. LOL. Thank you.
Also for MUN, make sure you print out the conference documents that I've emailed you. Those contain your schedule and they're very important.
Girl, look at that trophy. Girl, look at that trophy. Girl, look at that trophy. We ran fast. So yesterday we went to cross country's MCL League Championships, which the boys won. The girls took second, and Kelly made all league, which means both the boys and girls varsity teams will be continuing on to sectionals.
On another note, I still need a few more ushers. Please come to me sometime during lunch if you want to help out. Second off, reservations for the musical are up. They're at www.york.org on the York blog. Admission is free, so reserving isn't for anything like that, but it's for making sure you actually get a spot. Spots are starting to fill up fast from the reservations, so make sure that you do reserve for either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or the matinee on Sunday. And
Fun facts. Hippopotamus sweat looks like blood. Fun fact. Tigers' stripes are actually the texture of their skin, not the actual coloration of their hair. Fun fact. Well, that's a fun fact. We do not have Glee Club today because of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I mean it when I say everybody should be there at every meeting. Thank you.
Okay, lacrosse club on Monday. For those of you on Tribe, please come so that we can work on our stick skills and win championships.
Alright, sophomore student council, please meet us here after break, not at the flagpole here, so that'd be Josh, Ben, Rolf, Mara, Izzy, Sarah, Megan. Also, if you received a letter from Natasha and me regarding our service learning project, please get back to us by Monday. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Wait, what guys?